Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been a pretty busy day. Just under about 7 hours ago, Richie Sunak said that he was going to stand by Sir Gavin Williamson, and you know what? Some people might call Richie Sunak's actions relatively honourable. He's standing by his not Home Secretary, it's not Defence Secretary. He's a secretary for something. I can't quite remember what it was. Despite these massive allegations of bullying against Sir Gavin Williamson, well, I would have to honestly. I wonder they'll have to think twice. Can they take the title of knighthood away from somebody? I'm pretty sure that they'll have to at least think about it because 2 hours ago he resigned. He resigned from his ministerial duties under all of these allegations, even though he denies the fact that he's literally done anything wrong. Now, if I was Richie Sunak right now, I would be both angry at myself for one, for being so foolish and showing any sort of, allegiance or pride in the fact that I defended somebody who has decided to fold, or at Gavin Williamson for the fact that, you know what, he resigned, even though he denies any wrongdoing. So the question you have to ask yourself is, even if all of these accusations were true, and let me tell you something right now, from personal experience, bullying is a very, very serious thing to consider. It's a lot more serious than I think anybody gives it any credit for. I mean, I've been a victim of bullying, psychological more than physical, to be honest, for many, many years. And I got to tell you right now, there is nothing worse in the world right now than it, because it makes you feel not only like personally indebted to because of what people have implanted to you, but you have been gaslit into thinking that you have deserved every single ounce of this beating you're getting. And the fact that Sir Gavin even denies that says that he's done nothing wrong. I would like to point. I must say this, however, ladies and gentlemen, and I've seen the accusations, I've seen the messages themselves, and I don't really want to repeat them. They're, to be honest, sickening, to be honest, and I don't like them. And again, for as serious as an accusation as this, you know what I would do if I knew I was innocent? I would stand with my feet firmly on the ground. I would stand by every single word I said in the fact that I never did any of this, because at this point in time, that's all of these things are. They're accusations. You've got to actually have something in concrete evidence. You've got to display something that proves, people like Gavin have actually said these things. And yet, and I don't really want to say this, ladies and gentlemen, but there's becoming something of a theme in the Tory party, and it's not just in Sunak's cabinet. It wasn't just in Truss's cabinet. It wasn't just in Johnson's wine cabinet. It wasn't just in probably not so much in May's cabinet. May's is a bit strange, if you ask me. There was definitely a lot of it in Cameron's cabinet, but the point I'm trying to say is that it's not it's the people they hire, the people that are supposed to be politicians, they are supposed to be they're supposed to represent the people of their constituency. They're supposed to stand for something. They're supposed to protect the people that have elected them. And what do we get in return, ladies and gentlemen? We get people who allegedly make very serious bullying concerns. We get people who say that it's their absolute dream to send migrants, illegal or otherwise. To be honest, the way that the news goes on about it, it's almost very, very difficult to believe the news that there is saying there's any distinguishing factors between the two parties, between those who are legitimately seeking asylum and those that aren't. The news doesn't really seem to know. Or the news doesn't even give the chance towards, things like, freedom of speech, because a guy was trying to tell his story to a reporter, and guys at the immigration center literally had to like force him off the chain of the fence and literally pull him back as though he was exposing something. So I don't know, that looks very, very suspect if you ask me. But the point I want to say right now, ladies and gentlemen, is that I want to know exactly, like, forget, Starmer and forget, all that for a second, but ask yourself this. Is this your idea of, like, of how you imagine this country will run? I mean, are these the sort of people you hire to, run our country? Are these the sort of people you try to hear to get Brexit done? Are these the sort of people who are going to tend to the needs of the public throughout this living crisis? Or are these going to be the people who said they're just going to say they're going to get the migrant crisis sorted out before Brexit, before the Northern Ireland Protocol that kicked up a storm several months ago, or anything else? Like, you know what? What exactly is the government's top priority? What exactly is their chief concern? What exactly are they going to see to first? Because if you want to know something right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not convinced they are going to see to any of these things in any particular order, nor am I convinced they're going to do anything up to the standard that they should be doing them in. I don't trust a single one of them. I don't believe in anything they say. I don't believe what they stand for. And I also don't believe for even 1 minute that even them in government know what they're doing. That's what we've got, ladies and gentlemen, as a government. We have got a government that does not know what it's doing. Why even bother becoming a politician then? Because it's a friggin' power trip, these people. Still, this government has made at least one mistake that I can absolutely see through, and certainly people like you out there can see through as well. They're scared of us, the people in government. You want to know how I know that they're scared of us? Because we're not scared of them.